For some people, it is a dream to be published and to write a book of your own. My mom is one of these people, so I hope you're watching.
Me too. And there's a group of writers in West Michigan that get together once a month, and now they're having a conference to give you an intense day of training.
That's right, we have Cheryl Stiemel and Mary Timmer, and they're here to tell us all about it. Good morning, thank you for joining us.
Welcome, ladies.
Having us.
Well, this is such an amazing event, and you are part of a really great organization. Tell us a little bit about it.
It's the Grand Rapids Region Writers Group. We meet once a month at the Grand Villa Restaurant off Chicago Drive. And we're a really active group. We push each other to publish. We have member news. We have an active Google group, used to be Yahoo. And we really push each other, and we set goals. We congratulate each other on publications, and it's almost every single week that someone has a new book come out.
Wow, fantastic.
Wow.
So a little bit, what all do you cover in, I mean, you said support and different things like that, but what are some details about what you talk about in the group, or maybe do you cover all genres?
We cover all genres, everything from young adult to erotica, paranormal,
Christian inspiration,
Wow.
mysteries, all genres.
You really cover all genres,
Right.
but you're both writers, and
Right.
you weren't always writers, maybe a little interested in writing.
Oh, I wrote since
Since she could pick up a pencil.
exactly. I think almost most
an incredible
do.
group to have right here in West Michigan. This is something that we don't see very often, so if someone is interested in writing and maybe has an idea, this group would be very beneficial.
Exactly. So, and we're having a conference this coming Saturday at the Radisson at Ann Street in 131.
And you're going to have a really great speaker.
A really
I
great speaker.
understand.
Our keynote speaker is Jacqueline Carey.
And who is Jacqueline Carey?
She has written the Cushill's Dart series.
Very cool.
And so, go ahead.
No,
We're like so eager.
Yes, that's good.
So I guess tell me a little bit, what will she be talking about? You even mentioned when you were talking earlier, there is an opportunity to maybe present an idea if you have one.
We do have a literary agency from the Three Seasons Literary Agency. It's Michelle Graskowski, and she is taking all pitches. So if you are registered for the conference, you will have an opportunity to pitch your novel to her.
Very cool.
And I think, Cheryl, we all know that there are people here in West Michigan that are really interested in writing. They might have a great idea, they don't really know where to start, or maybe they don't have the confidence to start, but this group really does help you boost your confidence, and you do have a book out now.
I do have a book that was published several years ago that I got the rights back, and I'm self-publishing it. I have two others that I self-published, and I have another one coming out in January from Champagne Books, which these are all e-books, which is the growing trend for books.
And so when you were thinking about writing this book, or these books, was this something that you kind of knew the steps to take prior to joining the organization?
I didn't know anything, and my first novel is always going to be on the hard drive because it was so bad. But you come and you learn, and we learn together. And we have a mentoring program, so you can be paired up with someone that knows a little bit more than you, and you can ask the what if, what do I do, how do I get there questions.
So, Mary, I'm sorry. We are just, oh my God.
You're eager to learn.
We are eager.
You should come to our meetings.
That's right. Tell us a little bit more about your involvement with it, and maybe what things you have learned thus far.
Well, I knew nothing about publishing when I went into this group, and I believe '04 was when I started. And they took me in with open arms and taught me everything they knew. They taught me about editing, they taught me about polishing, they taught me about query letters and the whole process of getting published. I'm published in nonfiction. I've written for Grand Rapids Magazine and Grand Rapids Family Magazine, and I would never have had that opportunity without the group. We do a ton of workshops in our monthly meetings as well. I was telling Morgan earlier that we're going to do almost a speed dating, only speed mentoring workshop coming up in the new year, where you can sit down with several published authors and ask them anything that's on your mind about how to get started in the process of
Wow.
writing.
Fantastic.
It's a great way to start for people who are younger, people who might be a little bit older and are thinking about writing their first book but don't know the first steps and kind of how to get there like you did. And this is a great place to meet everyone. So tell us one more time about the speaker and where people can get information.
Right there.
There you go.
It's Grand Rapids Region Writers Group, blogspot.com, and all the information's there. We have the schedule of the speakers. We have 12 different workshops, the keynote speaker, the editor panel, and then Michelle's going to be taking pitches all day long.
Wow.
So, and the book
Thank
signing.
you so
There's
much.
a book signing also.
And there's a book signing.
Book signing too.
Great, a great resource. Thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you.
It's wonderful to have you here.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.